Thank you. I just want to introduce John Anthony, Eliana, my daughter Jessica, and my wife Marissa. And we're here because it's a family affair. Life is family, and family is life. And as a family physician, I want to say that Canadians do not want euthanasia and assisted suicide. A recent Angus Reid poll showed that Canadians do not want this as a solution to the lack of medical health care in this country. Many Canadians wait a long time to see their physicians, to see specialists. They wait long time for testing, for treatment. In fact, Canada is amongst the lowest amongst 11 comparable countries in the Western Hemisphere for waiting times and access to physicians. Do we want a government who cares about caring and about health care? When people have health problems and are feeling lonely, they may want to die. And yet they may have many years left to live. We must keep people from feeling alone and abandoned. We need to give people better choices than a lethal injection. The priority of a caring society must be to provide the best medical care and support for all. I have 20 cents here in my hand. You can barely see it, it's so small. For each healthcare dollar, the Canadian government only spends 20 cents. It used to be 50 cents when Medicare first started. So, what is the government saying? We want to save money. We don't want to provide health care, and we'll convince the population that they're better off dead. According to the Canadian Cancer Society, 4 out of 10 Canadians will get cancer in their lifetime. Better screening and treatment can prevent and cure cancer. Devant l'absence de soins appropriés, il est impossible de donner un consentement libre et éclairé au suicide assisté. Je fais appel au Premier ministre Trudeau et de parlementaires d'améliorer des soins de santé et sauver la vie de ceux qui auraient encore des bonnes années à vivre. Stopper le projet de loi C-14 et sauver des vies. L'urgence actuelle est de légiférer dans le but de fournir de meilleurs soins et non l'euthanasie. I call on the Prime Minister to promote better health care and save lives for those who have many years left to live. I call on the Canadian Parliament to set up a nationally funded program for cancer, for pediatric, family, pharma, home, and palliative care. A Royal Commission on Health Care fashioned after the Romano Commission should be launched. Stop Bill C-14 and save lives. The emergency is to legislate for better health care and not euthanasia. Parliament has a responsibility to protect the public and the public good. They do not have to follow the Carter decision. That's why we have Parliament. Otherwise, get rid of Parliament and replace it by the Supreme Court. And the evidence shows, and we'll be presenting this in court, because this evidence wasn't presented before the Supreme Court, that countries like United Kingdom and France have said no to euthanasia and assisted suicide. Why? Because it's dangerous. If Belgium and Holland wants to kill its children, let them. But we're not going to do our children, we're not going to do depressed, and we're not going to do the sick. My daughter is an example of a child whose life was saved, who was told there was very little chance to live, with a severe cardiac malformation at birth. Thanks to the Children's Hospital and the wonderful care, she's here and she's alive and she's well. Pour le bien des familles, dire no à l'euthanasie. For the sake of our families, say no to euthanasia.